Hello students, welcome back to class 6 English class. And students, in the previous classes you have been learning about English 1. So today let us try to understand some concepts on English 2, that is grammar. And the topic for today's class will be pronouns and kinds of pronouns. So I, you, it, they or they, I, you, it, they or they. So all these are pronouns, okay? Pronouns, you must have heard the word, right? So all these are pronouns. And students, why do we learn grammar or English 2 along with your English lessons? Because if you learn grammar, you can use the English language very well, and then you will understand the meanings better. You will be able to express yourself better. Express would mean whatever that you want to say, you will be able to say it right, isn't it? So some students, they feel that grammar is very tough, but actually it is not. And if you try to understand the rules, or if you know the meaning, then things become very easier. And in order to learn grammar, you have to do a lot of exercises. You have to give, or teachers will give, and then you will have to learn a lot of examples, okay? So that is how you learn grammar. And if you learn a concept of grammar, then it is for your whole life. The thing that you're learning today, pronoun, it will be there for your whole life. And as you're reading the other subjects like English, essays, mathematics, science, whatever it may be, this grammar will be helpful for you. And then you must have studied in your lower classes, or maybe if you haven't, then you will study it in your higher classes. There are 8 parts of speech in grammar, isn't it? Those 8 parts of speech are noun, pronoun, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, interjection, and then the last one is verb. So all these 8, noun, pronoun, adverb, adjective, verb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. So when I'm telling you all these names, you might be feeling that it is very tough or it is confusing. But as you learn the grammar classes, things will be easier for you, right? And then if you are to learn grammar, you need to learn or understand those 8 parts of speech, okay? And before the lockdown started, students, before the lockdown started, you must have done some grammar classes with your teachers in the school, right? So in the first chapter of your textbook, noun is given. So you must have learned about noun, right? Noun is the name of a person, place, or thing. Any name that we give, example, I am Mary, you are John, and we give names to different animals also, isn't it? And to different things also, like table, book, chair, right? So the names that we give, they are known as nouns. So you must have read it in the previous chapter, isn't it? And then we also understood that there are different kinds of nouns, like collective noun, abstract noun, common noun, like that, right? So there are different kinds of nouns. So today we will be studying about pronoun, but I'm telling you about noun and noun. So we need to make a connection between noun and pronoun, okay? Noun and pronoun. So how is these two connected? I told you that noun is the name of a person, place, or thing, isn't it? So for example, Mary or John. So for example, you are telling something about John. Then you can say John is a very good boy. John reads in class 7. John studies in class 7. John's parents are this. John lives in that colony. So instead of using the word many times, we can put he instead of John, right? Yes or no? So that is pronoun. So what is the definition of pronoun then? A pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun. Instead of using the name many times, we can use pronoun. That is why pronoun is said to be used instead of a noun, right? I hope you got it. So all this, he, she, they, I, me, you, him, it, our, all these are pronouns and they can be used instead of a noun. So if you look at the definition that is given in your textbook, page number 9, a pronoun is a word used instead of a noun. So just like I told you right now, isn't it? Thus, pronouns are substitutes for nouns to avoid repetition. Instead of using the name many times and instead of, in order to avoid repetition, we use pronouns. So I hope you are clear with the concept. So students, if you further look into the textbook, it is said that there are 8 kinds of pronouns, isn't it? So what are those 8 kinds of pronouns? Personal pronoun, that is the first one. Interrogative pronoun, the second one. The third one is demonstrative pronoun. The fourth one is possessive pronouns. The fifth one, indefinite pronouns. 6, reflective pronouns. 7, distributive pronouns. And the 8th one is relative pronouns. So as we go on with the lesson, let us try to understand the different kinds of pronouns one by one, all right? So the first one is kinds of pronouns, personal pronoun. So what is personal pronoun then? First person, second person, third person. If I say I or me, then I am talking about myself, isn't it? So that is first person. I am the first person. I am talking about myself. So that is why first person. And the second person can be you, he, she. All those will come under second person. That means referring to another person. Okay. So that will be second person. So now, what is third person then? The pronouns which refer to the person or thing spoken of. Sometimes, even if that person is not there, we speak of that person, right? So that is third person. So what are the examples of third person? He, she, it, him, his, her, its, they, them. So all these are third person. I'm sorry, for this second person, you and yours will come under second person. Okay, so talking about you or referring to you, isn't it? So that is second person. And all those examples that we read just now is given in your textbook also. So those will be third person, all right? So if you look at page number 10, there is a table given, right? So there in the table, this is talking about first person, second person and third person, isn't it? And then here, they are also referring to singular and plural. So what is singular and plural? Singular means I, just one person. You is just one person, right? But when we say they or them or ours, then it refers to person or people or things that are more than one, right? So that is plural. I hope you all know that. So for the first person, singular, I and me is used, okay? And then in place of I and me, if we are to put plural, then we use we and us. So we and us is also first person but used in a plural situation when there is more than one person, okay. Second person is you. So you is singular, okay, and for plural also we use you, the same thing only, right. For third person, he, his, she, her, it. So he and his is masculine gender. Masculine gender would mean boys or male, isn't it? And then she and her is feminine gender. Feminine gender would mean I am also a girl, a woman, right? So we cannot use he for me, isn't it? Because I am a woman, right? So that is why we need to differentiate between singular and plural and feminine and masculine gender, okay. And then it is said that it is neutral. It, we refer to certain things, isn't it? So it or they, these are neutral. Why is it neutral? Because we can use it in place of things or we can use it in place of persons also. That is why it is neutral. And then we already discussed about this personal pronoun, right? And the second one is interrogative pronoun. It's given in the textbook also. So what do you mean by the word interrogative? Interrogative means to ask questions, okay. What is your name? Where do you live? All those are asking questions, isn't it? So under pronoun also we have interrogative pronoun. So what are interrogative pronouns? The words like who, which, whose, what, or whom. All these are asking questions, isn't it? So that is why they are known as interrogative pronouns. And whenever you see a question mark, you can use your common sense also. When you see the word who, whom, when, where, and then when you see a question mark, then definitely we understand that it is interrogating something or trying to ask a question, right? So that is interrogative pronoun. I hope you are clear with the second kind of pronoun. The third one is demonstrative pronoun. The third kind of pronoun is demonstrative pronoun. So what is this again? What are some of the examples under demonstration? Here, when you look at the word demonstrative, that means demonstrate means to show something practically, isn't it? We are trying to demonstrate or the teacher is trying to show you something. That means the teacher is demonstrating something to you. Maybe it can be an experiment or the teacher can show you a thing also, right? So demonstration would mean showing something, okay? So what are some of the examples of demonstrative pronouns? Some of the words can be this, or those. So see, THIS, this, THESE, this, and then THOSE, those. So see, this one, this, if we are demonstrating or pointing at something, this one is singular, okay? And this one, if this is John or this is Lily, then we are referring to singular pronoun, isn't it? But if there are more than one student or more than one people or more than one girl, many girls, then we can say this. These are class 6 students, or these are class 6 girls, or class 6 boys, right? So when you have to refer to that, we use the word this. So this is plural, THIS is plural, sorry, singular, and then THESE is the plural form, okay? So I hope you have understood, and those is also plural. We can use it to point to certain things. If you look at the examples that are given in the textbook, you will be more clear with the concept. For example, if you look at page number 11, read these sentences under demonstrative pronouns, that is point number 3. This is my purse. So that means just one purse, isn't it? Not many purse. And then that is your bicycle. So that is also demonstrating, showing or pointing to something, right? So that will be the word THAT. That will be demonstrative pronoun. Okay. And then these are her dresses. So here her dresses, it doesn't mean one dress but many dresses, isn't it? That's why we use the word this, THESE, this. And then that and those refers to things lying at a distance. So if something is very far away, then we use the word those, it seems, according to the rule that is given in the textbook. Those are the cows that are grazing in the field. Those are my father's, we can say like that, isn't it? So we use those to point to things that are far away from us, okay? And then it can be used in the plural form also. The fourth kind of pronoun is possessive pronoun. So what is the word possessive? Possessive. Here possession or possessive would mean to own something, okay? So words like mine, hers, yours or his, all these are used to show possession. So this book is mine. So from the word mine, we can understand that I am having a possession over that book, isn't it? So this book is mine. And then that doll is hers. So hers here is pointing that that particular doll is belonging to that girl, isn't it? So that doll is hers. So here hers, H-E-R-S, would be the possessive pronoun, okay? We bought this house, it is ours. So since we have already bought the house, we buy it, we gave the money and bought the house, that is why it is ours. That means taking possession of the house, right? And then I gave him my pen, he has lost his. So here his is the possessive pronoun, okay? So these are some of the pronouns that the 4 kinds of pronouns. The remaining ones we will continue in the coming classes. And here today you have learned about personal pronoun, interrogative pronoun, demonstrative pronoun and possessive pronoun, right? So if you hear the words, you might get confused a little bit, but as you go on doing the examples and exercises that are given in the textbook, the concept will be more clearer to you. So I hope to see you in the next class also, so that we will continue with the other kinds of pronouns. Today we learned about 4 pronouns. The remaining 4 we will learn it in the next class. Thank you so much.